Hi everyone, Casey here, and today we are going to be tying up the beaded Pat's rubber legs nymph. This fly holds a special place in my heart, as it was the fly that caught me my first bull trout, my absolute favorite fish. It's one of my go-to patterns, especially during the winter. Tied heavier is best. Right here I've got a size 8 nymph hook, the TMCO 200R, size 8, 3X long, from Umpqua. And then for the bead today, I've just got the regular 3/16 Cyclops bead in black nickel. You can do it in tungsten. I would say don't. It tends to make the fly a little too heavy towards the front, so it won't move as naturally as a stonefly that is getting carried along by the current. So I like to kind of evenly disperse the weight throughout the fly. To help that along today, we have got the hairline lead-free wire in size 0.025, and we are just going to give our fly some wraps. These need to be pretty tight, and touching would be preferable. And then once you get up towards the front, you're just going to helicopter it off, if I can, and you're going to just shove it right into the bead there, and then you can just, I'll just snip off the back here. All right, now we've got our hook all situated. Next up, we've got our thread, and today that is going to be a uni thread in black, a 6/0, 136 denier. That's what it looks like. And we are going to start that right behind those lead-free wire wraps, and we're just going to build a nice base. Doesn't really matter how big it is. I'm going to come in and snip the excess off, and then we're just going to get that. I'm going to start wrapping, just really secure the lead wraps to the hook there. That should be about good. And I like to just kind of taper the body down from the lead, so it's got more of a natural look here. As you can see, I've got the thread wraps a little thicker right here than here. All right, we're gonna wrap back, just beginning into the bend there. Set that down. For our legs today, we are going to have the hairline, the barred crazy legs in golden yellow and pearl. That's what they look like. There are a lot of different ways to do the legs here, but personally what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of a longer piece and fold it in half and kind of pinch it between my fingers like that. And then put it in my left hand there. You want to orient that correctly. And then I like to put the back end right where the lead wraps start, and let's situate that a little better. Right about there. All right, and then you are gonna just start wrapping back on that, just like that, and then just secure it in place. We're just gonna further taper this, just cover all those. I know we got some viewers with OCD. That's okay. Now our body material is gonna be from Fly Fish Food, my favorite, the Stonefly chenille in black ginger. And this is the small stuff. So it's better for smaller flies, but it will work for this. You just have to use a little bit more. All right, so I snipped off a piece just a couple inches long, and I took off just those end fibers to expose just the intertwined thread there. And that is the piece that we are gonna tie on. So yet again, we're just gonna place it so the end of it is right behind those wraps. And we're just gonna tie back, securing it right to where our tail starts. All right, now we're just gonna let that hang. We're gonna cover all that. And now we are gonna go advance our thread forward to just a little bit behind probably about a bead's length behind the actual bead. And we're just gonna build like a solid little foundation, because this is where our front legs are gonna go. Just like that, okay. All right, so now I've got 2 more legs right there. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put them both in my hand, just like that, right at about the halfway point. And I'm gonna put them where I want them, and then I'm gonna secure those with about, I don't know, 2 or 3 wraps. And now I'm gonna take the top leg, this one here, and pull it over to the other side, all right? So now it looks like this, okay? Now you're gonna secure it a little bit more. Take some wraps over the middle. Now preen those legs back. Take some wraps in front. Oops, don't want to catch any legs there. Gonna preen those back. Take some wraps in front. All right, and then I like to make the spot between the legs there and the bead. I like to just cover that, maybe make it a little bigger, just so we can get a really nice taper. I don't know if that really matters, but oh well, I like it. All right, then we're gonna use our trusty little function over here. Set our thread to the side. All right, now we're gonna take our body material here, and we're gonna use that, and we're gonna wrap frontwards. Make sure you pull those legs out of the way on each wrap, just so you don't get those stuck. I'm gonna use my trusty rotary function, maybe. Just making sure you get past every leg. Yep, just like that. And then you're gonna take, once you get up there, you're gonna take a wrap between the legs there. So get your legs how you want them. Take a wrap between the legs, just like that. Then you're gonna pull that leg back in front. Pull the other one just like that. Keep wrapping. All right. So now we're in the front there. Our next step, of course, is to capture that thread. Next step is to capture that chenille. So I'm just gonna get that out of my way. Okay, very nice. So you're gonna do a couple of wraps in front, a couple behind, a couple tight wraps. Now we're just gonna trim off that excess. So now it looks like this. We've got 6 legs and a bead right there. Now we're just gonna give it a nice whip finish. Now we're just gonna give it a nice whip finish. And there you go. Trim that puppy off. Now the last step is to adjust our legs how we want them. Snip off whatever, to whatever length you like. Some people say the longer the legs, the longer the fish. And you can tie this with a lot of hook sizes. I've tied them pretty much anywhere from 4 to 12, but normally I stick with 8 to 10s. And then with beads, you can go from basically a 1/8 all the way up to a 3/16 or whatever size you like. Just match the bead with the hook size. But next time you go out, you should try this, the beaded Pat's rubber legs right there. All right, stay tuned for some more videos. Casey out.